Hello and welcome to the corner. I'm the Frosted Glass and I'm joined by my fellow Alabaster Savages. I like boobs.
The sun is a mass of incandescent gas, a gigantic nuclear furnace.
Yes, thank you. Moonshock.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
We somehow went from what to put in macaroni and cheese to the solar system.
Terry talked about the sun.
Pterodime mantis.
I still say the newspaper sun is far better than the one in the sky.
Well, the thing is, I don't know if Sun's going to be able to say hello to anybody tonight because I don't even know if she's in chat. Are you in chat? Are you going to be saying your usual? Wait. There you go.
And this week's special guest, Wilt Forge.
Well, I mean, the sun might be better than the sun in the sky and everything. I'm less likely to get burned by the printed one, and it doesn't hurt the eyes as bad. So
yeah, plus it's very absorbent.
Two pros there.
Yeah.
And I mean, at least it used to have titties.
Yeah. Page 3 was the page that had the naked ladies on it.
And just a side note, Moonshock eats mac and cheese with barbecue sauce on it.
Well, to in my own defense, it is. Oh, so there goes Terry. In my own defense, it is only the craft version of mac and cheese. If it's somebody else making like a custom version or like their version of it, I will not put that stuff on there. But it is only for the craft variety.
So if I make a baking dish of homemade mac and cheese with smoked Gouda and sharp cheddar, you won't add barbecue sauce to it?
Of course not. That would be sacrilege.
Have we contemplated
we'll talk
the
later.
fact that
As thrilling as this is, can we get to the cancer, please?
It's already here. It's me. Hi.
Too bad I don't like macaroni and cheese. Right.
You communist.
All right. Now, let's go on to our first article. Macaroni and cheese.
Elon Musk.
Nah, fuck that guy. I like mac and cheese. Let's talk about that instead.
Why wheelchair users walking again makes you happy, and ableist.
Oh, for God's sake. Sylvia Longmire. One moment, please.
Well, I will do my part for the disabled community and just not give a fuck.
You know, this person is calling Neil Breen ableist because he made a person in a wheelchair walk again.
That's true.
That her?
You don't
I
talk
just like
shit
Neil
about
Breen even more if he's an ableist.
You don't talk shit about Neil Breen.
No,
Okay,
ableist is a compliment. Anything that they say about you that they think is an insult, you embrace. I'm proudly ableist, homophobic, transphobic, you name it. I'm all of it.
She's wheelchair bound.
So she's stupid and crippled, not just stupid?
No, she was disabled in the military. So something she did while she was enlisted is what happened.
Okay, so she's stupid and crippled, not just stupid.
So
Yeah, she did.
She scuffed her knees giving some general a blowjob, I'm sure.
No, she definitely has a schnoz on her, I'll tell you that much.
That must have been some blowjob if she's crippled now. Man, that's one veteran that earned a salute from me. All right.
Oh,
Okay.
I can't imagine that she was, frontline infantry. So
That's. I don't want to scare you with that one. Let me see.
Say, as one of those cripples who's been in a wheelchair and currently can walk and is going to have future surgery to be able to keep walking, you can shut up.
About a year ago, a video by CBS News started making the rounds on Facebook. The clip was of a young man in a wheelchair who was at his graduation ceremony at my alma mater,
Were they
Florida.
eating mac and cheese?
It doesn't say no, so I presume he was. Right. Florida International University. He was at the edge of the stage, fitted with an exoskeleton, 2 walking sticks, and an assistant. When his name was called to receive his diploma, 2 people helped him stand up out of his wheelchair, and slowly and haltingly he took his steps and made his way across the stage to receive his diploma.
Sorry, my dog is rolling on my lap and she's hitting the keyboard.
The crowd went crazy and the video went viral. I was very excited and happy for the young graduate, but I was extremely unhappy with the public's reaction.
So wait, you're allowed to be happy, but nobody else is?
Yeah.
Explain further.
Stop.
No,
Happy
she
is-
was happy. She was happy for him because he graduated. She was not happy for him because he could walk.
Ow. How? Sorry,
Happiness
she
is
went right
mine, you
across
can't
my
have
arm.
it. To
Are we
give you
gonna
a
have to separate you two?
Kiss my what?
To give you a little bit of context, the graduate had been in a car accident some years before and had a spinal cord injury that had caused paralysis. The exoskeleton wasn't his, and he had only practiced with it for a few hours, just to use it for the graduation ceremony. It wasn't a part of his regular therapy, and I presumed he wouldn't be using it again in the future. Exoskeletons cost around $70,000 and aren't covered by insurance.
Jesus. Okay.
Mine would be.
I hope it's like an Iron Man suit or something. I also presumed it was a big personal goal of his to walk across the stage in order to get his diploma, but that his life as a paraplegic would go on as it had for the previous years.
So you're still good. Yes, James Kelly Mantis. That was a great show.
There we go.
And so you're going to be critical of this situation where he used it and he crossed the stage on his own power because it was a big thing for him. But you're critical of it. You don't like it. You're unhappy.
Her image is in chat. She's not a bad looker. She's got pretty eyes. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, he was using performance-enhancing legs. Not bad. Yeah.
She's got pretty eyes in a jar on a shelf.
You dick.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's a beautiful girl in there somewhere. She ate her.
Yeah.
No, she's not. She's not fat. She's actually very slender. Actually.
Honestly, it looks like a stock photo.
No. There are several pictures of that look just like her, and this is she actually has a Goodreads page, and that's where it came from.
It just reminds
Not
me of...
what?
By the standard of medium authors, she is not hideous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of the Lisa Lampanelli joke where she says she was dating a guy in a wheelchair, and when they did 69, they called it Meals on Wheels.
I mean, that's not funny.
Fast forward a few months to when I saw another video in my feed of a groom at his wedding. He was about to dance for the first time with his bride, but instead of staying in his wheelchair, two of his groomsmen attached one of their legs to both of his so that he could stand up in place. His bride approached him, and for the first dance, she held him, and they swayed side to side while he was supported by his two groomsmen. This video also went viral, and the social media reactions were of great joy and tears by able-bodied people everywhere. Again, I was extremely unhappy with the public's reaction.
How dare you be happy for someone experiencing joy?
Yeah, I mean, so far she's coming across as I'm unhappy, so everyone should be unhappy, and
Yeah.
how dare you not be?
Pretty much.
So nobody can enjoy something but me. How can you be so insensitive, Sylvia? Why can you just be happy for these people? These are amazing accomplishments and they should be celebrated. To be
All
clear,
valid points.
clear,
Moonshock, don't go easy on it just because she's crippled.
No, I can't. I cannot, and I will not. I'm sorry.
All of this.
I have standards. I'm not saying that you guys don't, but this is just a
All right.
personal. This is
All
just
right,
a
all right.
personal
Put
thing.
it in the private chat, whatever horrible thing you want to say, and I will read it out.
No,
I've
no,
got standards. They may be low, but I've got standards.
I don't care. And you guys can say whatever you want. I will not criticize this woman.
All of this can be replaced with her basically just saying, this is an objectively good thing, but it doesn't benefit me.
Let's see. To be
This
clear,
is fair.
Tron Legacy is a terrible movie that...
Yes,
Just-
I mean, fact.
You can say whatever the hell you want. I will not. I'm going to stick to my standards here, and I will not do that. I'm sorry.
So all we've got to do is tell him that every single MIDI mortar is in a wheelchair, and then he's basically off the show.
Essentially.
You know, Mooney, if I wasn't a cripple and having spent my share of time confined to a wheelchair and everything,
James, you
I might have a different rule.
She doesn't
too.
have a leg to stand on. That's not funny.
Yes, it is.
I know, that's why I'm laughing.
Thank you, James. You made my night.
Shit. Okay, fine.
To be-
Fine. I will dismiss my standards just this once.
To be clear, I'm
You have
extremely.
standards?
Yes, I like ketchup on mac and cheese, fucker.
Yeah, he's off the show. Just keep.
That's a pretty low bar.
Oh,
I'm
is
pre-
Frosty gonna kick me now?
No, I'm not going to make fun of you for that, Moon, because I'm pretty sure it's a disability.
Okay, fine. Anybody who wants me off the show, give me a 1. There you go.
He's ginger. He's already disabled.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Fair point.
If I get enough 1s, I will leave the show. Oh, you fucker! Stop! Save
All in favor of Sun taking Moon's place?
me!
No,
Jeez,
11.
what the hell? You traitors! You freaking traitors! Oh my god!
I'm not voting. I'm just throwing ideas out there.
We're not kicking
no.
Moon off. All right.
Yeah, I know. He needs a punching bag. Well,
No, it would actually work. For this stream and this stream only, if we kicked Moon, we could live up to It's Not a Tumor. That's the stream title.
ow!
It's not a tumor.
Oh.
To be clear, I'm extremely happy for all these people involved. I'm sure that these
you're
were
not.
some. I'm sure
James
that
Cully says I'm not replacing him again.
Oh, well done, James. Well done.
Damn.
I'm sure that
Well,
these were.
the truth comes out. Even my own wife says, "Gone. Get him out of here."
Oh, I needed this.
I get that I'm the comic relief here, but Jesus, don't you high baby me. Oh, good Lord.
My frustration
That's so
isn't.
hard. My head hurts.
Fuck this. Continue.
My frustration isn't with the wheelchair users. My frustration lies with a society that needs wheelchair users to stand up and or walk again to make them cry, make them feel inspired, and let's just say it, folks, make them feel more comfortable.
You're wrong on all counts. Well, most of the counts. It is a
Well-
celebration of joy that the people are managing to do something that nobody thought, including the people in the chair, they would ever be able to do. It is rejoicing with those who rejoice. It's not about making us feel more comfortable.
Until the person walks, they're considered a freak, and they have to be kicked out of society.
Let me tell you, nobody is made more comfortable by me being able to stand up and walk again. Except maybe me.
No, it's like I see someone in a wheelchair and I think, how selfish of you to make me feel uncomfortable by being crippled.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah, Terry's the guy who pushes over the wheelchair guy, and I am here now.
Okay, now I know where you stand, Terry. I will try not to be crippled in your presence if I ever visit.
Thank you. That's
Yeah,
all
stop being crippled just for this article, okay, Will?
so selfish.
First, let's talk about the videos themselves. Would any of these videos have gone viral if the wheelchair user had remained in his wheelchair?
Well, of course not. What kind of stupid question is that?
Probably not, certainly not the same way, but you know what? If that wheelchair-bound graduate had something other than being wheelchair-bound going wrong with him, and he crossed the stage and graduated despite those challenges, yeah, it would be every bit as viral. He had his own challenges to overcome, and walking across the stage showed a grit of spirit, a well of resolve that a
What-
lot
what
of
she's
people
saying
don't
is-
have.
If this person was able-bodied and just casually walked across the stage to pick up their diploma, would the video have gone viral? I was like, no, because it would be a completely mundane event.
I don't know.
If they
Her
crossed in a
logic,
wheelchair, it'd be
her logic is
completely mundane
airtight so
event.
far.
Well, she's not afraid to show that she is disabled in a wheelchair. Many of her pictures actually show it very, very obviously. But then there's other pictures where you can tell she's intentionally trying to leave it out of the picture. So it just seems to me like looking at the pictures of her, like half of her says, "Yeah, look at me, I'm in a wheelchair, I'm disabled." The other half just kind of says, "Well, maybe I'm not so much," just to appeal to certain crowds.
She is herself ableist and uncomfortable with the fact that she's disabled and wants everybody else to feel her discomfort.
Like almost like a self-denying disabled
Or is
person who
projecting her
acknowledging it.
discomfort. I'm betting she shuns other people she knows that are bound to wheelchairs.
Oh, I
mean,
wouldn't be a bit surprised. She's probably hypocritical as fuck.
To be fair,
what she
I
seems to be saying, because like Ebony is saying, she wants people to stay crippled. I think what she's actually saying, and it's just as stupid, is that people shouldn't be happy about a crippled person overcoming their disability, because that presupposes that being disabled is a bad thing. And like, well, it is.
Yeah.
Of course.
As a person who's disabled, being disabled is a bad thing. Anything that overcomes it should be celebrated and rejoiced.
Yes. Would you just a general poll to the entire universe? Would you rather be bound to a wheelchair your entire life or be able to walk normally? I reckon that 99.999% of people, and the only other people who wouldn't say that would be like people with a weird sex fetish.
Well,
That's it.
I figure how this gal would answer is completely dependent on if the response is public or anonymous. Because
True.
if it's public, she would say one thing, and if it was anonymous, she'd say another.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
no.
Damn, Austin. God.
Okay.
As long as it's not real people, I dream of the day of being a real boy. Where's my blue fairy?
Well, I would call that pretty definitive right there.
Well,
Let's
that's
see.
weird. The vote just got changed. There was actually a 6% for crippled, and then it went back to 100%.
Okay.
So somebody's vote got Bidened.
T-Ras, would you rather be crippled or black to me? That's a distinction without a difference.
Yeah, what's the difference? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No.
the
I
same
think
thing.
I think I figured it out. He means, would you rather be physically disabled or mentally disabled? Is what he's asking.
Is the happiness surrounded by graduating university diminished? Is the joy of marrying the love of your life diminished? Definitely not, I would say. But there's no virality involved in a wheelchair user rolling across the stage or wheeling across the dance floor. You might be tempted to say that it's about the physical, emotional, and personal struggle involved to stand up or walk with assistance when you're a paraplegic. I would venture to say that there is just as much personal struggle involved in losing dozens of pounds or more for a special event like a wedding. However, you don't see any viral videos of a bride who has gone from a size 20 to a size 4 over the course of 2 years, dancing at a wedding reception.
You know, I have actually seen a viral video of that.
I mean, did you miss the whole, like, Jared Subway thing? I mean, before he was a pedophile, people were, kind of big on him.
Yeah. And funnily enough, because he used to be big and then he stopped.
Yeah. What is it about seeing a wheelchair user stand or walk after years of paralysis that makes able-bodied people go so crazy?
Almost like we're happy for him or something.
I discussed this question with some friends on Facebook, and a friend of mine made a good point. He suggested that people like watching others do something that is personally desired, yet very difficult for them. The underdog winning a fight, basically. It's like she's just learning what it's like to be human.
Yeah, it's called empathy. We are empathizing with the person on the stage because we we suspect we would be happy if we were in that situation.
And hell, I have almost no empathy, and I celebrate those events.
Let's see. I get that. There have certainly been many viral videos of athletes achieving amazing things, like the UCLA gymnast who got a seemingly impossible perfect score at a competition last February to music by Michael Jackson. I don't know why.
But
the
would you
music
be
isn't
as
born yet.
happy if she got that after, years of rehabilitation and physical therapy, having gotten injured before? I'm betting this author wouldn't be.
And
I
just for the record, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Akla.
Yeah.
We like to see people overcoming adversity because we as human beings face adversity every single day, and we want to overcome our adversity ourselves. So when we see other people doing it, it makes us feel more capable that we can do it.
And the more significant the adversity they overcome, the better.
I just like to imagine she's at one of these events and everybody starts applauding for the disabled person. She's like, "Stop clapping! Stop it!"
Yeah.
I'm envisioning, as much as I'm able to, a certain hag in The Princess Bride. Boo! Boo!
Yeah.
Boo!
Get back in the chair, you cunt.
But let's take a look at the issue using that example. That gymnast is trained to be a gymnast. She's been practicing that routine for a long time, and she has been honing her skills as a gymnast for many years. The score itself is a result of the mind-blowing routine made for an amazing viral video. But the virality of the video celebrated her exceptional skill. More specifically, something that she had been working towards for years, and would continue to do in the future.
Before she goes full retard, let's take a moment and ponder just how long has the kid in the wheelchair thought about the notion of actually walking across the stage for his graduation, or the groom trying to figure out a way or wanting to stand up and even a swaying dance with his bride on his wedding.
Never, not once.
So
I'm giving both of them years.
The author said that the athlete achieving something exceptional is what makes it viral, which implies that she does not think the graduate walking across the stage is exceptional.
Okay,
So-
you can carry on with her going full retard because she's going to.
I mean, she's right. I mean, I can walk across the stage and pick up a diploma. It's not hard. What's special about this guy?
I mean, I can walk across the stage and pick up a diploma too. I might accidentally whack the president of the college with my cane, but I can do it.
See, you're even putting on a show for the audience.
Let's pivot over again to the graduate and the groom. Both of these men went back to using a wheelchair the next day. The graduate will be looking for a job and doing work for which he is educated and trained. The groom will go back to his job and to being a new husband. They are not being celebrated for their minds or their skills or their talents, or even their character. They are being celebrated only because they attempted to fit society's view of normal for just a few minutes and succeeded. A dangerously ableist concept.
The amount of character it takes to make those attempts to risk failure, and in failure, taking a faceplant in front of the world, not just in front of people gathered at your wedding, the people at the graduation. Those videos, as viral as they were, they would not have gotten a lot less coverage as far as going around the world on YouTube had they fallen over and done a faceplant into the pavement rather than, succeeded.
And
They took a huge risk and overcame.
There's statistically about 1 in 3 people with Microsoft are wheelchair bound. I think you're again mixing up physical and mental disabilities.
Multiple sclerosis, you bastard.
But I will say this: if the guy walking across the stage, if him walking across the stage meant nothing to him, it would mean nothing to us as well.
Yeah.
So I wonder if she would be more satisfied if they did faceplant. Like,
Probably, but only if they face planted and stayed down. Because if they face planted and got back up, which is even more grit of character and determination and strong will, she'd be doubly critical of them. See, they didn't fall down and know their place as cripples and just stay there.
Okay. This makes me upset because I feel they should be celebrated regardless of their ability to walk or stand. I think many people don't fully understand how ingrained the ability to walk is in our primitive brains. Those who can walk normally never think about it after they learn how to do it, unless they lose the ability to a temporary injury. The ability to walk is so ingrained that...
losing the ability due to a permanent injury, you idiot.
Like Microsoft?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there's that too.
The ability to walk is so ingrained that most wheelchair users see themselves walking in their dreams, despite the fact that they have never taken an actual step in their waking lives. Oh God, they're having ableist dreams. It is
what? When I was in a wheelchair, I can tell you for certain I never had a single dream of walking. What I did have was a terrifying reality of the doctor saying, if you put your foot on the floor before I tell you can try to walk again, you will never walk again.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That makes you a good ally.
I don't want to be an ally of this gal.
And Keegan chat says, speaking of cripples, how's Mama Glass?
Oh, she's fine. She's staying in her place and not walking for now.
See, she's learned her place. Good for her.
She's gonna be starting to work on a prosthetic soon, but yeah.
Oh, heaven help her in the eyes of this author if they give her a prosthetic.
How dare she?
How dare she try to walk again? And you talked about her and I racing before. Right now, it's a 50% chance that she'd win or lose. If she gets a prosthetic, my butt is toast.
Well, I don't know. She wasn't fast before the accident. I don't know.
Neither am I.
It is typical for able-bodied people to feel uncomfortable or awkward around people in wheelchairs, not knowing what to say or not say, or how to behave. We are not the standard, and historically have been considered the weak link of humanity. Just ask the Nazis.
It's very easy. If you don't know what to say to a person in a wheelchair, the correct answer is race you.
The thing is, what would have been perfect for me in my time in a wheelchair is encountering somebody like Frosted at that time. It would have been great. So I mean, it really is. I mean, Terry's answer right there is perfect.
Yeah.
Race ya.
I mean, I got my mom plenty of one leg joke T-shirts when she was in rehab.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
Okay. I suggest that the subconscious reaction by able-bodied people to this discomfort is to fix us, because in some way society sees us as broken.
Yes, you are. You can't walk.
I mean, yeah, like your spinal cords, bones, these things are like definitionally broken.
Yes.
Doesn't every wheelchair user want to walk someday? You might be amazed to know that the answer to that is a resounding no.
Liar.
Well, there are some idiots out there who intentionally make themselves disabled because they've always felt like they were.
If you're not dealing with a dysmorphia, which is a psychosis, or a person with a fetish, and you say, no, I don't want to walk again, the person's lying.
And she's
wheelchair users are push.
I don't know why he deleted it. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Oh, why don't you retry?
And she's doing well, thanks, Ebony. All right. Let's see. If society spent more time making our communities more accessible and allowing us to integrate, society might be more prone to accept us as normal, exactly the way that we are, instead of trying to encourage us to conform to normal by giving us machines that help us stand up or walk. So, they don't want to be able to walk again, they just want the entire world to change to suit them.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not disabled because I have multiple sclerosis. I'm
There you
disabled
go.
because...
Now we know what it is. She has Microsoft.
Yeah. I hope there's another...
Somebody tell irate Alex that he's got Microsoft.
Yes.
I hope there's another abbreviated as Mac.
Yeah.
I'm disabled because... Oh, you know what? Remember Mac and Me? And it's a kid in a wheelchair?
And I bet
I'm-
he even eats mac and cheese.
I'll just keep playing one.
I'm disabled because there's a step to get in that shop. If there were no step, I can live my life exactly the same way as someone who can walk.
No.
So abolish steps is the...
I'm not disabled. That step is disabled. That's basically the logic here.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's literally... I'm not disabled because I'm disabled. I'm disabled because there's a step in my way and because I can't overcome that.
Holy shit.
No, she's
But
saying
if I only had a ramp, I wouldn't be disabled. Idiot, you're still in a wheelchair. You still can't walk. That's disabled.
she's not disabled. The whole universe is discriminating against her.
I'll give you an elevator. You're still a cripple.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of that joke from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, where he loses track of his scout troop and he says, "Everybody but me is lost."
Yeah.
People tell me all the time that I'm inspiring. But why? There are tons of other women who travel solo, manage small businesses, and are single mothers. Am I inspiring only because I'm a wheelchair user? Or does it go beyond that? Am I inspiring the people who tell me that to do something specific? Does it matter to them what kind of person I am? How I treat other people? Would the millions of people who watch those viral videos have gotten as emotional or felt as inspired if the graduate and the groom had stayed in their wheelchairs? It's hard to say.
Because they weren't overcoming the same adversity,
Yeah.
even temporarily.
Well, I'm not going to
And
find...
you know that, but you don't care to try.
Well, I'm not gonna-
Have you seen the video of the deaf guy who can finally hear his wife's voice and he's like, "You got to take it out, Doc. I got to listen to this for the rest of my life."
Well, I'm not going to be inspired by this chick now because I know she's a bitch.
You gotta learn to step up to the challenge.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
Hoko Sports, I would build the ramp to the top of Everest if it gave me the opportunity to push her off of it. Heck, I would make that hike. I would probably never be able to walk again doing that climb. And I would make that hike if it gave me the chance to push her off of it.
It's hard to say because those videos most likely never would have gone viral.
Oh
Yeah,
my
obviously.
god. Paraplegics are heroes or vehicles of peace with enough dynamite.
I think if you do push her off, you've got to play the Tom Petty songs like "I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings." Just as she's flying down.
I was
the mountain.
thinking of playing Free Falling.
Yeah, that works too.
That's horrible.
They see me rolling.
Yeah, another good one.
They explode in.
We
No,
might need a
I
playlist.
figure give me an overnight with her wheelchair, and that'll just be a music box playing every time she rolls somewhere.
There you go. I like the way you think.
I need to be perfectly clear that I am incredibly overjoyed, thrilled, happy, and every positive feeling you can insert here for the wheelchair users who have personal goals to stand or walk again, whether permanently or
you are
temporarily.
pissed off at them. You are absolutely pissed off and jealous.
But
Oh, yeah.
it sounds like she would consider them like race traitors, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean,
Pretty much.
it reminds me of, it was one of those crime drama type things where a deaf person was going out and killing people that got cochlear implants as basically traitors to the cause.
No, I've seen that. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, a silent assassin.
She is literally that bad.
Okay. Those moments are all about
And
them.
if I ever meet her and she finds out that I spent time in a wheelchair and that I'm crippled, I am not turning my back on her.
Yeah.
She'll cut me off at the ankles.
Rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling.
God.
Those moments are all about them. What concerns me is how their personal goals and resulting physical acts impact society's view of us as wheelchair users, outside of those moments. All I ask is that the next time you see a video of a wheelchair user standing up or walking with the help of technology or other people only for a few minutes to engage in one activity for a short amount of time, ask yourself why you feel the way that you feel. Then ask yourself how you would feel watching a video of the same activity with the same wheelchair user staying in his or her wheelchair. If you can acknowledge that you would feel differently, ask yourself why.
I would feel slightly differently, but not a whole lot, because I've been the person in the wheelchair. And I figured that if they going through a life event like that and weren't able to do something like the standing up, it's probably because they aren't able to, no matter what efforts they made. You know what? I'm not judging them for that. They got a happy event in their life. Congrats to them.
No, they're horrible people. They broke the cripple code.
All right, well,
Well, I broke the cripple code. This gal is terrifying, though.
Yeah.
with 22 votes, no one wanted to be in a wheelchair. I don't know.
So is
He
the
gets a
cripple
lot of
code,
you.
like the Konami code is up, down, left, right, B? Is the cripple code down?
No, that's the blue gumball code.
All right. Well, with the end of the first article comes the first game, and that
Yay!
is Sad Libs, Double Prompt Edition. Where I take 4 headlines from Medium, take out 2 words, and you guys fill in those words Mad Lib style, and the chat votes on which one is best.
Hi, baby.
Hi.
Not
Seriously,
you.
Frosted?
Fucking Frosted. No way. I don't call you that.
I bet you would if I was in a wheelchair. All right. Jack, I need a female person.
Well, obviously, I have to go with Vice President Trump. I mean, Kamala Harris.
All right. Moon, I need a person.
Joseph R. Biden. You just put Joe Biden.
All right. Terry, I need a living thing.
It's a mosquito.
Okay.
Plague trucker Zach. Quick, let's get Ricky Berwick's opinion.
Okay.
All right. Will, I need a past tense transitive verb.
Well, I'm gonna keep in the spirit of the last article and go, but keep it low key and just go with complained. Actually, no, that's not, because
That's not transitive.
darn it. Let's see the transitive. I was like, which was the transitive?
It's where you
You do it to
manipulate something, like push or pull or kick or whatever.
Okay, we're gonna go with pushed, as in pushed me off the deep end.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Moon, give me a living thing, plural.
Darling, give me a living thing, plural. She's thinking. She's still thinking.
She's too tired.
She's too tired. Okay, fine. How about lice? Lice. Lice.
Must make it parasites.
Parasites.
Well, I mean, lice are parasites. So.
Oh, I know. But she was being more broad. That was being more specific.
All right, Terry, I need a specific place.
How different is that than a regular place?
Yeah. Let's just go Mexico.
Okay. Will, I need a place.
I'm going to be more specific than that. Let's go with Congress.
How about your mom's house? Your mom.
Well, his mom's house might get run over by a wheelchair, so.
Jack, I need a living thing.
Infant.
Son wants to refine mine to pubic lice.
No, it's crabs.
Oh, if you read it, would pubic lice make more sense, or would lice be better?
No hints.
Okay, fine.
Moonshock.
They're the same thing.
Moonshock, get good scrub. That's all I can say.
All right. So let's see. Jack's is Kamala Harris sold ice cream by day and chopped up her pubic lice at night.
Oh.
That's lovely. I want to vomit.
I mean, I believe the second part.
Ew.
Actually, yeah, pubic did make it better.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, it's Kamala Harris. They're the same thing.
Yeah. True.
All right. And Moons.
Next.
Joe Biden goes to Mexico at 8 p.m. I say we begin the attack at 8:30.
I don't know. Do you like camel toe Harris chopping up her pubic lice more?
Gross.
Just picturing her using the slap chop.
Yeah.
Cross his head, just picture using the slap chop.
All right. Let's see. Terry's.
Now we know that those aren't chocolate chips in that. Chocolate chip ice cream.
Ew.
A gay mosquito finds love and true identity in 19th century Congress.
We're stuck.
Yeah.
All right. And Will's.
He always wins the other game anyway.
Would I still have been pushed if I were an infant?
Yeah.
Still been pushed.
I hate to give it to Moonshock, but yeah, I like Moonshocks.
Thank you.
Yeah, Moonshock's is best.
Give me a sec to start a poll so let's check everyone on which is best.
I'm afraid that I'll have to vote for the disabled person. Moonshock,
Yeah.
you get my vote.
I'm not disabled.
You are a ginger.
That does not make me. Does
That-
does being a ginger make me disabled?
Yes.
Now,
Don't
makes-
nod.
that makes the non-gingers are the ones who are disabled. They have
Yeah.
souls holding them back.
Well, at least it's not a tumor.
Oh, it's not. Jack, so help me God, if you put another. Never mind. No, I don't know yet, but Jack put another 1 in chat.
He did.
Fine. If you want me off the show, then you have to take my place.
Oh God, no.
No, not you. I'm talking to her. She's considering it.
Take my place.
James, you win.
Oh, Moon has
James,
60.
you can do it, buddy.
Oh, Moon has 69. Oh man, 65.
I had 69 for a while, but then it went away.
You don't want a 69 with pubic lice.
Ew.
And also we only have about like half the likes as we do viewers, so get on that.
You are not allowed- Terry.
I forgot. Obligatory dislike submitted.
There you go.
All right. Well, I think we can call this one. So Moon wins with 66%, and Jack
I
in
win.
second.
Because this is my best game. Whoop, whoop.
I'm impressed. I didn't come last. I thought I would.
Fine. Sun gets we get a joint win, I guess.
No.
He wants to take all the
only
glory
Mr.
together.
Adam gets to have that.
She wants
Which one won?
ours, or rather yours.
So Jack's.
No, the pubic lice did not win.
Oh.
The Joe
then
Biden
no.
goes to
You got
Mexico.
one. I'll win with you. You suck.
It's
Oh.
It's funny because at this point, I don't consider the first answer to be the winner. I consider the second answer to be the winner.
Yes.
All right, then I'll take credit for Mexico. I didn't think it was that great, but
I mean, I agree. Mexico is not that great. All right.
Well, would your
Especially
mom
not if
call
you're
the work
thirsty.
better?
Don't drink the water there.
that's true.
Oh, how about goes to kindergarten after that?
All right. On to our second article.
Or elementary school.
Who will the dumbasses blame after Trump 2.0 proves much worse than Trump 1.0?
Oh, for God's sake. Be keen.
That
I
actually
read-
reminds me. I was very
Where's
disappointed.
my mute
to
button?
find-
Where's my...
I was very disappointed to find out that John Cleese has developed Trump derangement syndrome. I had
Oh, he's
high
had it
hopes
for
for him.
ages.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I haven't paid attention to what he's been saying, and then someone mentioned it on Twitter and was like, "Has he?" I check his Twitter. Holy shit! Yeah, he's nuts.
Oh, this
Yeah,
was
he's-
supposed to have a picture, so sorry.
Yeah, he's been
Okay,
that way for a while.
How many paragraphs in before this person says January 6th?
Well, it's okay
2.
because, according to the byline, she reached out to a Vermont-based coven today to help with a banishing spell.
Well, there you go.
Oh, this guy's only been a medium writer since April of this year.
Well, I mean, but has been familiar with mediums for longer than that.
I'm giving you...
Hmm.
What?
I'm looking at one of the other articles that this person read, and yeah. I'm surprised you didn't choose that one, Frosted.
Yeah, this
It might
author
be for a later week.
this author is somewhat reliable. No Cindy Steinberg, but still.
Hmm.
I'm giving you a fair warning. I'm drinking a well-poured glass of perfectly chilled dry rose. I couldn't find the accent for the E. As I write this, I take responsibility only for about half of this article. The rest is,
Christ.
c'est la vie meets whatever / shit happens. A rare combination of emotions descended upon me today when I read the results of a New York Times poll. Trump is leading Biden in 5 swing states, and Biden's support among young voters and blacks and Hispanics is eroding.
Okay, so any part of this article that actually makes rational sense is the line talking.
I just hope that at the exact halfway mark, she starts going, and the fucking Jews, and the...
That would make things too easy, I think.
I don't know how to handle such reports. When I read things like how more Americans think Trump will change the country for the better, I wonder if maybe I'm actually not awake, but in a funky, dreamy, altered state. The year is 2017. Huh?
Have you paid a grocery bill in the last 4 years? Just curious.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah,
Inquiring minds want to know.
maybe the problem with all of these TDS people is that they focused so much on Donald Trump that they forgot the person they were voting for.
Yeah.
You're allowed not to like Donald Trump, but if you don't like Donald Trump, you better put up someone who's better, or else you're going to get fucking destroyed. And that's what's happening right now.
I do
You
have a
bought
question.
this.
I do have a question for you, Jack. How did you know? Because I read the next sentence. It's like January 6th. How did you predict that?
I don't know. I have a gift.
As long as prices
And
don't
his
go up,
second paragraph, which I predicted.
As long as-
Braniel predicted second paragraph too.
Yeah.
as long as prices don't go up on rose wine, she's all right.
They have.
The
I don't
year's
know how. Don't know how
the
she
year-
missed it. They have.
She'll be fine. That or a fancy feast. If the price goes up on fancy feast, she's doomed.
The years 2017 to 2021, including January 6, never really happened. Sane Americans, people who even voted for Biden in 2020, are now declaring Trump their choice because they feel Biden has failed to get anything done.
Is this another one of those
What?
fucking disillusioned sons of bitches that I just want to punch right in the fucking nuts?
No, they aren't feeling that Biden has failed to get anything done. They're recognizing what he has gotten done, and they don't like it.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
I mean, Hitler got a lot done. You gotta give him that. Whether it's good or bad, Whether it's good or bad is a different issue.
Can you read the quote, Your Honor? He said, reading back, Hitler got a lot done. You got to give him that.
They complain that he hasn't been bipartisan enough and too devoted to the hard left. These opinions are right-wing news sound bites and nothing more. And yet, these are voters who voted for Biden, but now will cast votes for Trump or RFK. Biden passed more major bipartisan legislation in 3 years than all Democratic presidents combined since JFK, excluding LBJ. Okay, and those who know their history
All of them
will...
since then, except not.
Anyone who knows their history will know LBJ came right after JFK, so she might as well have just said since LBJ.
No, because then that would make too much sense.
That's like saying I've been awake since Wednesday if you don't count Thursday.
Well, JFK. Well, JFK is a bigger milestone in her mind, and more popular, more important. So,
Yeah. All right. Let's see. None of the legislation he passed was far out or ultra left. All of it was designed to help working Americans. The answers people give to these polls show two things. Americans are utterly clueless about politics, and the Biden team may be worse than Hillary Clinton's team when communicating their message and accomplishments.
I keep telling yourself.
not a single piece of that legislation was designed to help working Americans.
It's
A lot of it was
amazing.
designed to help politicians, but not a single piece of it was designed to help working Americans.
You've said this author said so many things so far, but hasn't actually provided any examples of their thoughts.
Why would they do that?
I don't know what. I don't know which is worse. Biden didn't care about the working people, or he did, but what he did ended up having the opposite effect of what he wanted.
I am offended that you actually call those thoughts,
Yeah.
Jack.
Okay. Americans complaining about inflation don't understand that Trump's trade war with China increased prices. They don't understand that Trump's tax cuts increased deficits and made balancing the budget nearly impossible. They don't understand that all of the wonderful infrastructure work is thanks to Biden. Biden governed, and Americans are punishing him for this. He actually broke through the nonsense of one of the worst Congresses ever and got laws passed. Trump did nothing. A considerable...
One of the largest economic growths in history, only stopped by COVID shutting down the entire economy, and one of the fastest economic recoveries in history after that, only stopped by the fact that Biden took over. Yeah, Trump did nothing.
Well, the thing is, I don't think it's possible for Trump to do enough. Even assuming he wins, and it seems quite likely that he will. Once his 4 years are up, it's going straight back to the Uniparty, who is going to continue their plans to destroy America. So he can stall it for a few years, but that's kind of best outcome I see.
It's what happens every time anyway. You're going to have one party take control, and then the next party takes control. And
No. There's no other party. There's one party.
Well, yeah,
just have two different names.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, ultimately, they do the exact same thing. They just are under a different letter. Yeah.
And Trump is the outlier. He's actually caring about America. But he only gets 4 more years. Once he's done, the country's fucked. It's he can stall the decline for a bit, but it's going to go right back to being actively destroyed once he's gone.
I don't know. I'm not that black-pilled. I think that because of him, it's becoming a little more trendy to have balls now as a Republican. So you got Vivek and DeSantis and stuff like that. I mean, you got plenty of pussies too still, but
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that the reaction in England to having a lackluster right-wing party is pretty appropriate, actually. Just don't vote for them.
Yeah. Didn't they vote for Labour instead? Isn't that worse?
Well, yeah, but the thing is that it's going to force them to regroup and actually have a spine, which they don't have.
Yeah. I mean, the UK doesn't have conservatives. At best, they
No.
have
Yeah, they
centrists.
Yeah,
That's
they're conservatives. I would call left wing.
a considerable amount of Americans are blaming Joe Biden for the repeal of abortion and not Trump. Why should Joe Biden get credit? Trump is the one who got it done. Right. This was revealed in this poll. People are okay. You didn't link a poll. People are actually voting against Biden because they think his policies led to the SCOTUS repeal. People, wake me up. No, please wake me up inside.
Yes.
Okay, she didn't say inside.
Yeah,
I was thinking before you go, but yours also works.
say his policies actually did kind of lead to that because he's all in on the party that kept pushing pushing lawsuits against any kind of restriction and ban. And so the court went and said, no, actually, these restrictions are not unconstitutional. They're not illegal. And that was decided badly in the first place.
Americans recognize that climate change is real and that something has to be done about it. They then regard Biden's push to require half of cars by 2030 to be electric as some radical, almost communist policy.
Yeah, that'll never happen. Ever.
Yeah, let's get rid of internal gas combustion engines and diesel engines and make a bunch of coal-powered cars. Sounds like a plan.
Absolutely.
Let's make half of all cars incredibly expensive so the poor can't afford them.
They're on their way.
And coal-powered, so they're dirtier fueled than any other vehicles on the planet.
Yep.
But also, if it's an electric car, then they can shut off the electricity and fuck you over, which kind of a problem.
Well, I mean, if it's that smart, I mean, if they really wanted to push that, they could just go to Tesla and say, here's a court order, you must disable this vehicle. They can turn those off remotely.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like if they find you guilty of wrongthink, which they will, they can be like, oh, oops, yeah, your car doesn't work anymore. Sorry about that.
We'll still let you have electricity 3 hours of the day, but your car won't drive anymore.
Yeah.
And now she's quoting an article, apparently. Only a sliver of Mr. Biden's supporters, just 13%, believe that the president would bring major changes in his second term, while even many of those who dislike Mr. Trump grudgingly acknowledge that he would shake up an unsatisfying status quo. The sense that
Mr. which 15% that is.
What are you trying to convince me of, author?
The sense that Mr. Biden would do little to improve the nation's fortunes has helped erode his standing among young Black and Hispanic voters, who usually represent the foundation of any Democratic path to the presidency.
I would like
the author just find that 13% by any chance?
I would like the end of this article to just be, oops.
Also,
and that's why they commit 50% of the crime.
Also, I wonder why they don't think Biden, the guy who's been in charge for 4 years, is not going to change anything. But why would he change what he's done?
Because he's already changed things the way he wants to, and it's all been for the worse. And the only status quo he wants to continue is the trend of making it worse.
And Ebony.
Oh wait, did I speak the quiet part out loud again?
Ebony in chat says, "Get to the part with the witches." So she remembers from the start. They mentioned the coven with the banishing spell.
I don't know. That might have been false advertising. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if she's pushing witchcraft against a former presidential candidate, isn't that something like the Secret Service needs to investigate?
Oh man,
is it just me, or does it seem like there's a growing share of these articles that's about witchcraft?
Oh man, if the Secret Service starts like employing sorcerers or something to protect the president.
Don't worry about that, Frosted. I've heard there are a lot of Graham wizards in Washington.
Yeah, but they're all Democrats.
Yeah. Mr. Trump and Mr. Biden are essentially tied among 18 to 29-year-olds and Hispanic voters, even though each group gave Mr. Biden more than 60% of their vote in 2020. Mr. Trump also wins more than 20% of black voters, a tally that would be the highest level of black support for any Republican presidential candidate since the enactment of the Civil Rights Act of 1964.
Which Democrats unanimously opposed.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to remember that.
I
Now,
wasn't alive then. I remember that. I'm not
Or-
quite that old.
wait, is the Civil Rights Act the one where LBJ said we'll have these niggers voting Democrat for years?
Basically.
Democrats are losing the youth vote because of Israel. Biden's fight to
Those damn Jews, you were right.
Biden's fight to reduce student loan debt garners no loyalty. Man, he can't even buy them off. Hispanic voters are making a significant shift to Trump because of his calls for authoritarianism. They imagine he will be the robust and benevolent leader who creatively uses laws to maintain order, even if it involves quashing democratic principles. They are okay with this because it's a part of their political culture. Alright, the Hispanics love dictators. You learn something new every day. Apparently she's just turning on all the minorities for not voting right.
And I'm impressed he managed to get the word nigger into the chat on YouTube. I figured they would block that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe they recognize that he's black, or at least he was before the 2020 election.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but he managed. You probably can't see it if you're not on live chat. It's probably blocked in top chat, but no, it went through for some reason.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm in top chat. It's visible in top chat. YouTube must be broken, everyone.
Oh wow!
Huh? Alright, let's okay. Yeah, white liberals don't want to admit this and expect that Hispanics will vote blue. It's not going to happen. What is going on, though, in Black America? Is Trump's outlaw bad boy approach appealing to them? He has done nothing to help Black Americans, even though he lies and says he has. Is there growing admiration for him merely the dividends of his constant lies? Alright, the blacks like liars. Okay.
That lies. His policies led to the greatest economic growth and benefit for blacks since the end of slavery.
And he's vice president under Biden, who is the first black woman president.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Trump is the least qualified person to be president in our history. He had a chance and was the most ineffective president we ever had. Everything he did was counter to what America had been until that point. He divided us in ways few thought possible. Unless you were paying attention from 96 on, the year Fox News was born and Newt Gingrich was in charge of Washington. January 6th.
Dun dun dun.
January 6th is just a sentence.
Yeah.
Okay?
It says everything it needs to.
Amazing.
I don't know what this gal's been smoking, but I want some of
Rose
it.
wine. Didn't you pay
Yeah.
attention to the
Yeah.
beginning of the article?
The rose is kicking
No
in.
higher functions, people. No higher functions.
I'm sorry, even overindulging on dollar store rose wine doesn't make you that bad. He's smoking something that ain't legal.
I love this next line given the past couple days. Biden has restored dignity to the office. He had...
Oh my god. Oops.
Did this person not? Well, actually, no. This article's done. It's like this person just needs to go and watch the press conference, and then.
Well, to be fair, this was
this
before the
article
press
written
conference.
before or after his butt was wiped?
Oh no,
Right.
I know. I'm just saying that if this person needed any reason to change his mind about Biden, just go watch press conference. Just go watch the debate.
You mean the big boy press conference?
Yeah, the big
Yeah.
boy. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, seriously. Trump just needs to start referring to him as Big Boy Biden.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
Boy Biden.
How awesome a nickname would that be for him? And the
That
best
would
part,
be fantastic.
and the best part is it's based on something Biden did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like he can't complain.
I'm a big kid now.
He had restored America to a leading role in the world. He removed us from Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Something
you
no,
gotta be shitting me.
Ruining somebody else's plan and causing deaths and abandonment of U.S. military equipment along the way when he had the perfect plan for withdrawal with no loss of equipment, personnel, money, etc. Handed to him on a silver platter.
no one. There was no plan, Will, because the next part of the sentence is something no one dared to do.
Least competent withdrawal since Hillary Clinton had her claws into the getting out of Benghazi.
I read ahead. The next two sentences directly contradict each other.
It was Biden's worst pullout since he conceived Hunter.
Wow. That about as effective.
Trump did nothing. Trump embraced tyrants, mocked our allies, and even praised a man who had an American resident and journalist, Jamal Khashoggi, murdered in a consulate in Istanbul. The man entered and never exited. At the end of Trump's presidency...
And Joe Biden was the vice president for the first U.S. president to order drone strikes on U.S. citizens.
And I feel the author should have clarified that Istanbul is not Constantinople.
Why?
What's Istanbul?
Let's see.
Maybe he didn't want to involve the Turks.
Yes, exactly.
At the end of Trump's presidency, Jared Kushner received billions in investments from the same man who ordered the murder of Khashoggi. I'm not sure you want to talk about foreign investments.
I mean, there's the Chinese investments in Biden. There's the
how much are Hunter's paintings going for, by the way? There should be no way that Trump is even running. And quite amazingly, it looks like he will win. I have rung this bell before.
You can only hope.
I have rung this bell before, and I will keep ringing it. Because if I don't write about the terror I feel here, I might explode. Oh, she's Muslim. It's time to work up...
He's going to keep slapping that desk bell at the motel saying, "Where's my bottle of rose wine?"
It's time to work up some spells and cast them against Trump.
Here we go. Ebony, you got your wish.
Do magic missile. It always hits. All right.
Yeah.
We must do everything we can to get Biden a second presidency. I don't know how, though. We can overcome the debilitating stupidity of most of our fellow citizens.
But she can't overcome her own debilitating stupidity. It's kind of sad.
I used to think that something was wrong with America. I'm beginning to realize that what is wrong is me. The majority
a moment of self-awareness.
The majority of Americans are
I told you before, Terry, that's the wine talking.
True.
Yeah. The majority of Americans are happy being clueless and uninformed. They're happy deluding themselves that somehow Trump of 2.0 will be better than Trump 1.0. If we knew what we knew today about Trump in 2016, I think he would never have been elected. Trump, however, has pushed the nation and our discourse so far into extremism that what used to seem outrageous is now perfectly normal, like trying to cast spells on the president.
Yeah.
Well, you see, I think that if we had known in 2016 what we know now about Trump, the CIA would have tried to JFK him before he entered the race.
That is why so few people find him so absolutely revolting and a danger to the safety of this world. So, in other words, she's fed up with this world.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So you think everyone betrayed her?
Yeah. Yeah, America betray me. I fed up with this world. Keep your stupid ballots in your pocket. Alright. And with the end of the second article comes the second game, which is for the chat only, boobs. And there's
Yeah,
Caption
boobs.
Contest. Where I show a photo of a political figure event, and the chat has to come up with a caption for it, and whichever one we like best, I'll tweet out after the show. So I couldn't find a great one for the past week, so I went with one I had in backlog, and that is Joe with the Pope. Because despite the very entertaining press conference, the stills from it weren't that, exceptional.
Oh, that one just begs for comments, but I'm a good boy. I don't break the rules like Boobs does.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, I think it's like if Jack makes a comment, I'm totally going to make out with you.
Wait, what? You're going to make out with Jack?
Biden, yeah, if Biden and the Pope, they're saying like if Jack makes a comment, I'm totally going to make out with you.
Let's see. Would you abort me? I'd abort me.
Yeah.
Do you smell it? Let's see. Forgive me, Father, for I have shit in your presence. Wait a minute. That's not a baby in a skull cap.
Yeah.
I can smell the altar boy. Can I
Nobody
be
can
your
spell altar correctly, so I can't vote for those options.
Can I be your altar boy? Two communists pretending to be Christians. You do not smell like a child. Let's see. How many Hail Marys do I have to say for shitting in front of the Pope?
Good.
So far, Tears winning for me. Not sure which one, but Tears winning for me.
I'm leaning towards Would You Abort Me? I'd Abort Me from Hoko.
I challenge you to a sniff battle. Are you my father? Hey, Mr. Q-Tip, want to trade little boys? Kamala will get you out of your chair. Does the Pope shit in the woods? Well, I know I shit in front of the Pope.
And Rotten, I also can't vote for you. No one is spelling altar correctly.
The altar boy said I'm better hung. Two guys, one altar boy. I think they're just doing it to spite you, Terry.
Clearly. I mean, if they don't want my vote, that's fine. I'm just saying.
I have a confession. I just shit my britches. Hey, you are not the Easter Bunny. Want to take a shower? Alright, well, we've had a bunch. I think I'll cut it off there. So, Jack, which one are you going with?
I don't know. Mine was removed.
You just threw a good one out there, and you even spelled altar right. How much for the altar boys in the back?
Well, you got to vote for one.
I'll go for Tears then, because I wasn't paying attention.
Agreed. I'm with him.
Which one of Tears?
Yeah, he did a few.
He did three.
How much for the altar boys in the back?
Yeah.
Where's that? Oh, okay. Moon?
That one.
All right. Terry?
As much as I appreciate the correct spelling of altar, I can't in good conscience vote for Tier, so I'll go with Hoko. Would you abort me? I'd abort me.
All right, well.
Well, I was leaning for the Hail Mary from Tier, but that last one with the how much for the altar boys it's too good to pass up. So I was hoping with somebody's going with the whispers. It's been
what? All right, well,
somebody with the whisper of my butt's been wiped. Lean in real close. My butt's been wiped. But yeah, Tears with the altar boy.
All right, well, I think I would have gone with pissed off Shih Tzu. Hey, you're not the Easter Bunny.
That is a close second.
All right. So it looks like Tyr wins this week.
Ooh.
Yay!
Yeah.
And all without committing a crime. Bucking the trend.
13% of the audience is responsible for 50% of the answers.
Well, 50% of the votes, at least. Yeah.
Oh, if I were going to put a caption, which I wouldn't because it's against the rules,
Boobs.
Yeah.
I would have said, "Look at me, I'm the Pope now." All right, and now on to our
Forgive me,
third.
Father, for I have sinned. Repeat the line.
Mhm.
All right, and now for our third article, we're going to find out whose fault it is that Trump is doing so well, because
Biden's.
oh, and actually, oh yeah, this is the same author as the last article.
Here we go.
Oh, joy.
Is this the one Moonshock was thinking of?
And
Let me
it,
see it.
and it turns out that it's the fault of them damn yappy bitches.
Nope, that's not the one. That is not the one.
CNN asked 5 undecided women who they will vote for post-felony conviction. A high school newspaper could have done a more thorough job with this interview. The anti-Biden bias is real.
Yeah.
From CNN.
Yeah, they hate Biden.
Yeah.
You can tell the last 4 years they absolutely went out of their way to make Biden look bad. Everyone knows that.
Let's see. In 2017, CNN's then president, Jeff Zucker, admitted that CNN used Trump's off-the-wall candidacy to pump ratings. He later apologized for not using his channel to vet Trump thoroughly. Trump's value to ratings has again led many CNN anchors to dull their criticism of the convicted felon. And the result is a sense that Trump's victory is inevitable. 5 women were recently interviewed because CNN billed them as undecided. 3 of the 5 women were black, and 2 were white. From the beginning of the interview, they were all asked their thoughts about Trump's guilty verdict. The black women were shocked that he was held accountable, and one of the 2 white Republicans thought it was suspicious and disappointing. One of the white women said in her deep Southern accent, "I don't think it was rigged, but I do think it was set up." What the hell does that mean? Please, as an unfoxified person, it seems to me that you just said the same thing. I mean, it seems kind of clear to me, like, that they didn't actually put in fake, like, they didn't have fake jurors, but it was stacked against him.
Right.
Many Republicans...
You should write a comment to the author explaining that.
Unfortunately, I can't. Many Republicans like to pretend that they aren't really Trump supporters, but vote for him because they had no other choice. This woman was using that same discreet Trumpist logic. It wasn't rigged, but it was set up. Foxified Americans and the less rabid and sick Trumpists will usually agree to this kind of idiotic comment with a vigorous head nod. Randy Kay, the CNN host, of course challenged the woman on this contradiction. Actually, she didn't challenge her. Wow, you had us going for a second there. Fooled you. Actually, she didn't challenge her, and she didn't even react to that lunacy. She just let it hit the airwaves and sink into the brains of CNN watchers, planting subliminal seeds that the trial in New York was fair. But not really, wink wink. It's almost like the host wanted to know what the person thought, rather than argue with them. Right.
It's amazing.
The other white woman, who sounded like a cross between a Baptist minister and a Fox News host, let us know that I found it suspicious. Kay remained silent on this too. One of the black women commented that her business under Trump was thriving, but it began to suffer shortly after COVID started. Under Biden, she is always a day away from closing her business. When she never learned what her business was, there was no follow-up like, do you think maybe COVID had something to do with this?
Nah.
Okay, let me go back to
How long
earlier.
are you gonna blame COVID?
Let me go back to
All
earlier
the
in the
time.
paragraph, but it began to suffer shortly after COVID started.
Okay, I'm going to go on record and say that it was both rigged and set up. And I can't believe this author has anything to say negative about that.
I'm just
As
kind
I
of like,
said
what?
on- As I
The-
said
the
on
whole-
Discord, just assume that the entire system is completely corrupt and you'll rarely be wrong.
Yeah, pretty much. But what do they think? What does this author think these interviews are supposed to go like? Because these are just supposed to be regular, in quotation marks, off the street people having these discussions. You think the CNN guy is supposed to go in there and challenge everything they say?
No,
The whole purpose of this is to get what sounds like an off the street opinion.
No,
I'm actually. Go ahead, Terry.
the interviewer should have gone wrong.
I'm actually surprised that that CNN aired it because this is far more balanced than they've been that I've seen them be in the last 10 to 15 years.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
one of the weird. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. No, our sources tell us that you're not, and you're a lying bitch. No.
No.
Oh, that's right. I'm not living paycheck to paycheck. I'm always half a paycheck behind.
Let me see if I can find that clip and post it in chat. Yeah, we watched Vampire Assassin last week, and it had one of the best line readings of all time.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I can't find it for now.
But it's on your Twitter, so if they want to see it, they can go look at that.
Yeah. All right. So it's COVID, even though it's still bad like 3 years later. All right. Let's see. Okay, one of the black women commented that her business under Trump was thriving, but oh no, I did that one. Okay. Why didn't Ms. K challenge the gathered women about the insanity that Trump unleashed by being so anti-mask and anti-vaccine? Had Trump been a genuine leader during COVID, hundreds of thousands fewer would have died, and the economy would have recovered sooner. The refusal to mask and get vaccines extended COVID restrictions for months longer than was necessary.
Haven't I mentioned this already? The economy was on one of the fastest recoveries in history until Biden took office and slowed it down to, Great
Yeah.
Depression levels.
Joe Biden is responsible for the government mandated shutdowns. Joe Biden did that. Donald Trump didn't do that.
At least he had no recessions after they changed what the definition of a recession was.
True.
Let's see. Why didn't Kay say something like, well, you don't think the lack of leadership during COVID by Trump prolonged our economic pain? None of you recall the lunacy of Trump's daily press conferences? Biden came in and immediately pushed to get the country vaccinated. Trump told people not to. Okay, I don't remember him saying that, but whatever.
Yeah, no, he was the guy who made the vaccine, if you'll recall.
Yeah,
And people were saying they weren't going to take the Trump vaccine.
Yeah.
One of my criticisms of Trump, actually.
I don't like that he pushed it so hard because it gave us an untested vaccine that the Democrats latched on to like a baby bottle and started forcing down the throats of all the rest of America.
Also, everybody forgets that in the last debate of 2020, Trump said that he would have a vaccine out, and the host said that's very unlikely or whatever, and they had a vaccine ready before Election Day.
And I found it. I put it in chat. The line reading of the no.
Let's see. That's that clip. That is how I picture Biden reacting to people saying, "Sir, we think you should step down."
Yes. Also, we're out of ice cream.
Yeah. Let's see.
How dare you?
Another of the black women said she was considering a third-party candidate. Kay didn't flinch about the lunacy of a third-party candidate, and instead went back to talking about Trump. Is she supposed to just call them all retarded?
Yeah.
Yeah, is she just supposed to say, like, wrong, stupid?
Yeah.
You're a doo-doo head.
What are you, retarded?
The whole point is to figure out what average people are thinking.
Yeah.
How dare you suggest a third-party candidate? Don't you know that's going to be bad for everybody and guarantee the worst candidate be elected?
Kay didn't flinch about the lunacy of a third-party candidate, and instead went back to talking about Trump, while the white Fox News host wannabe rambled on about how Biden scared her. CNN wants to keep Trumpists tuned in so it refuses to badmouth him and speak the truth. And speak
Since
the truth.
when?
CNN loves Trump. Speak the truth about the chaos and criminal ineptitude of his presidency. It also feels like bad-mouthing Biden and never praising him for all the good he has done is a ticket to better ratings. Because feeding...
Does anyone remember what the statistic was on negative coverage of Trump on CNN? Because they did have statistics
100%?
of this. Yeah, and it was astronomical, and there was almost
in the high 90s. Yeah, it was like 98 or something.
Yeah, not exactly what I'd call pro-Trump.
No.
Well, they weren't anti-Trump enough, though. They weren't just calling pro-Trump people retards and like slapping them.
Yeah.
Let's. Okay.
Biden. Faithless is saying 95%.
With 5% ambivalent.
Yeah.
Yeah. And never praising him for all the good he has done is a ticket to better ratings, because feeding doubt gets more views than confirming that he has been a good president.
They've done almost nothing but praise him, despite the fact that he hasn't done anything good, except occasionally going to bed early.
Yes.
I mean,
that's why my candidate, ham sandwich, is the right choice for 2024.
I'm on board. Is Swiss and Ride his running mate?
Yeah, sure. As long as it's a ham sandwich that can't actually do anything, it'll be better than Biden.
Is it ham on whole wheat?
There you go. That's the kind of innovative thinking I like to see.
You ain't fat. You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing.
At this point, we would be better served by a president who's basically said, I'm going to veto every bill that comes to my desk than Joe Biden.
Yep.
Well, that'd basically be me. If I ever became president, which I can't, then it'd be like, nope.
And realistically, presidents should veto most of the crap that comes to them because government is supposed to move slowly and it's supposed to be bound by its constitutional limitations. And most of the stuff they write law about is outside their authority.
And Cannibalistic Wizard says, but Terry, ham sandwich is super anti-Jew and anti-Muslim. I'm already voting for the sandwich. You don't have to sell me on
it. Just drop them by the plane load on Gaza and Israel.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
I would actually support my tax dollars going to that. Just carpet bomb the entire region with ham sandwiches. I'm on.
Whoa,
I'm all in.
We're sending you food. What?
Yeah, exactly.
If Trump wins a second term, then CNN will be back fully in the anti-Trump camp because that will drive ratings. CNN is as shameless as Fox News, and if Trump does win, I will fault them more than I will Fox. We all know what Fox is.
CNN still is in the anti-Trump camp. They have never left it.
Yeah, it's just that it's so obvious that Biden is a retard now that they can't even hide it.
It's not like we're pro-Trump. It's Biden's a problem.
We all
These
know
are
what
not mutually exclusive.
We all know what Fox is. Propaganda. That's it. CNN positions itself as a news organization, and really, it's just a filthy corporation selling its product to the highest bidder.
They're the same thing.
Yeah. America be damned. Randy Kay should be ashamed of herself for such lazy, unprofessional reporting. She didn't once talk about Jen.
If CNN was that, Fox News would have never come around. Would have never come to exist because their whole reason for success was how biased CNN was the other way.
I just she didn't once talk about January 6th.
She didn't once talk about January 6th, the top secret documents he refused to return, or his pro-Putin positions. Kay was treating Trump.
That's the president of the Ukraine, right?
Yeah, apparently.
And she didn't once talk about subsidies for households with in excess of 30 cats.
And I don't know why they're
talk about student loan forgiveness for all those trust fund babies that got huge loans for gender studies degrees.
Or tax breaks on people who drink rose wine.
I mean, I don't know why they were talking about Trump to begin with. What was the vice president matter? She didn't once talk about January 6th, the top secret documents he refused to return, or his pro-Putin positions. Kay was treating Trump just like he was a normal candidate. Not once did she mention his dictator for a day comment. When unfair and even ageist comments were made about Biden, she just smiled. Sickening, to say the least.
Wait, a CNN host was almost being relevant and accurate to the world as
Everyone
it is?
makes mistakes, Will.
Or is this just the wine talking again?
All right, so according to this author, the Jews, Hispanics, blacks, and now CNN have betrayed her.
Yep. That sounds like everyone.
But she'll always have her rose wine and the as long as she keeps the doors and windows closed so they don't escape, her 37 cats.
They're gonna chew their legs off so they can escape the chains. All right. And now with the end of the third article comes the final game, and that is Po or No Gender Edition.
Hurrah!
Where I'll give you 3 genders, 2 of which are from the LGBTIA wiki, meaning they're 100% real, and 1 I made up, and you have to figure out which one is made up. And I'll even give you a short description of each one. Okay. So, gender A, gender sketch. Gender that can only be depicted in drawings or doodles. Gender B.
Isn't that how they're depicted already?
Lava cat.
Wow.
Xenogender related to cats. Xenogender related to cats in lava / cats made of lava.
Oh my god.
Color me intrigued.
Gender C. Bittersweet symphony gender.
Oh my god.
Gender in which one feels like a million different people from one day to the next, like the song by The Verve.
That is so retarded.
Stupid. One of my brothers actually had that song play as they walked down the aisle. Who the hell would do that?
I'm going to say that C is the correct answer, and the reason is because if C isn't the one that Frosted made up, that would have ended up in Too Retarded for TV.
Well, and
All right.
Lava Cat sounds like something you'd be able to tame an arc.
All right, well, I'm starting the poll for the chat so they can get in on it, and don't forget one of the options is that they're all real. All right, so Jack, you said you're going with C.
Yeah.
Okay, Moon.
I say A.
All right, Terry.
I hate to agree with Jack, but C.
All right, Will.
I am wavering between C and all real, and I'm gonna go with C because I'm, aside from Jack's comments of the Too Retarded for TV, I'm thinking that Frosted accidentally encountered Bittersweet Symphony today, and boom, there you have it.
All right.
Admit it, you just want B to be real.
Of course, I want
Yeah.
B to be real.
Everyone wants B to be real.
I think there's a flag. I definitely think there's a flag of that.
All right. Well, wow, C is way ahead in the poll.
There's one person on the continent that doesn't want B to be real, and it's a bitter dog in Southern California.
Lava Cat's arch nemesis, Ice Dog.
Oh, God.
Okay, two. A dog in Northwest Nova Scotia.
All right.
I'm
Yes.
Mr. Heat Pussy.
By the way, Snow Miser, much better guy than the Heat Miser.
Oh yeah, Snow Miser seemed cool, well, so to speak.
Yeah.
I don't know, he seemed pretty chill.
Moonshock off the show. No. Now we see the right option was to kick Jack off.
What killed the dinosaurs? Ice Age. Yes. C's got 53%. Wow.
Wow.
Followed by All Real.
Check
give it
foot in the well.
Give it a few
Yeah,
more
I think
seconds.
I did.
And what does Braniel say?
Fuck the cats.
I think Braniel's going for B.
He's going with the Shane Dawson vote, apparently.
Yeah.
All right. Well, looks like everybody who's going to vote has voted. So chat went with C.
He's just down on pussy.
Yeah.
All right. And the answer is A is fake.
Oh, yeah. Bitches, I win.
Yep, Bittersweet Symphony gender is real.
That is
crazy.
But it is
Wow.
but according to the site, it can be abbreviated BSS gender.
Okay.
Now, if the flag for that one isn't that guy's ugly fucking face that you see on the album cover, I will be very disappointed.
Unfortunately, it
Get
didn't
prepared
have a
for
flag.
disappointment.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
lame.
But Lava Cat did, though. So there's
Yeah,
Lava
well.
Cat.
Oh,
Haven't we seen? Hold on. Haven't we seen that exact outline of a MS Cat's drawn
Yeah.
head before?
Yes, but
Jack, there are so many cat genders.
Well, I know, but that exact outline has
Yeah,
been
no,
used
he's
before.
right. I've seen it before as well.
Yeah, I know. But
He
there
he says that, and I just have this thought of one of these shows coming on, and they're all cat genders.
Yeah. I mean,
It
Lava
means
Cat was
that-
very believable. I was pretty sure Lava Cat would be real.
Yeah. But the thing is that means that somebody either made multiple flags with the same cat symbol, or alternatively, and I can't believe I'm saying this, someone saw a flag with the hand-drawn cat logo and then said that is good enough for me, and then copied it onto their flag.
I think it's probably like in Word, you know how you've got those preset images. There's
yeah,
probably
clip
like
art.
Yeah, clip art. That's what I was trying to think of. It's probably just that. That's
Yeah,
why they all use the same one.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just like a free ping or PNG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Faceless
And-
is saying it's clip art. Yeah.
And one thing we've learned about these people is they're not original when it comes to their flags.
No.
All right. But we also have
Additional
After-
stupidity.
After Bittersweet Symphony Gender, we've got him too retarded for TV.
Yeah.
Poe or No
I
Gender
love
Edition.
it as like you put the lime in the coconut and you shake it all up. Gender.
Okay. Where's the?
If
vodka?
it's
I have
not-
had enough for this.
Frosted, if it's not total eclipse of the heart gender, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Well, he's gonna have to turn around for that.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. And this is where I give a gender that's too retarded for you guys to think I made up, but it's also too retarded to not share. And this week's gender is Super Munda Gender.
What?
Gender so wildly incomprehensible and otherworldly that not even the people who have it can understand what it means.
Oh my god.
And
And introducing up your own ass gender. A
That's
gender
all of them.
made by someone whose head is firmly up their own ass.
That is literally every gender on the website, Jack.
Yes.
Well,
And-
most of them.
I think that there's a bell curve to this, Terry.
and here's the flag, which looks like something Robin Williams would wear in the 70s. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I'm actually pretty sure I saw him wear that once.
And Hoko in chat says from under gender.
Penumbra gender. All right. And now
That's
time,
for people that identify as Supreme Court justices on the internet.
and now time for our final article, which I won't tell you the name of because I want to see how long it takes you to figure out what the author's trying to do.
Oh god.
Yay.
Do we know who the author is? Or will we know who the author is?
Tell them who the author is.
But well, the thing is, if it's an author that we already know, they might be able to.
Here, I'll put in the chat. Oh, wait, hold on.
I'm just. Is this going to be another sex thing, Frosted? I don't
No.
know if I
Robin
can handle
Williams-
another sex article.
It's
Robin
not,
Williams would have been off the hook as the Riddler.
I think we've already seen one from this woman here.
Lilith
Lilith
Hellstrom. Okay.
All right. So, I don't think kids should be allowed to get chemotherapy when they're diagnosed with cancer.
Nice.
Not nice. Sucky. What?
No, I know. They're doing the gender transition thing.
I know
they're
that
saying
I know
like
that
kids can't consent to
Hmm.
puberty or some bullshit like that.
I know that kids say they need it and that kids die all the time from cancer, but they're too young to actually consent to medical treatments.
Yep.
It's true.
That's
This,
why
this is the trans thing.
Yeah.
That's
it's the
why we
trans
di-
thing.
That's why we differentiate minors from adults. Kids are too young to think about such things or make such big decisions. And what if they change their mind later? They
Well, the
likely
thing
just
is-
Because a kid's going to change their mind and say, you know, I really want to die from cancer after
No,
all.
no, but it's like her point is invalid anyway. The kid is not the one who decides to have chemotherapy. It's still the parents making the decision.
I have
Yes.
a problem with this author because she's too pretty to have this kind of bullshit opinion.
Go to a 2-year-old. Hey, do you want chemotherapy?
She
You
her
have cancer.
pictures in chat. Like I said, she's too pretty to have this kind of stupid opinion.
In a coat with fake black wings.
I mean, she's good looking, but the wing thing is a real turnoff. That's got
Yeah.
Hot Topic,
Oh.
My Chemical Romance written all over it.
Oh,
Frosted.
God.
5 seconds of her writing is a big turn off.
Yeah.
The coat thing's just the icing on the cake for that.
But with the whole kids can't consent to medical procedures, they've shown that they'll have like a biscuit and a pile of money and say, "Would you rather have a cookie or $10,000?" And like obviously the kid just wants the cookie because he's hungry. It was like that's the level of intelligence that we're dealing with when it comes to kids. No, they cannot make educated medical decisions about their own well-being.
Wow.
Yeah, and-
But you look at it, it's like, okay, would you like to have your nuts cut off and put on chemicals that'll block puberty and kill you young, or do you want to grow up the way that you were born, compared to, hey, you got cancer, do you want to die or have a chance at life?
I think it's funny that a Democrat would say that a Republican has more or less been swayed by the devil or some bullshit like Fox News so easily sways these people towards lies. Donald Trump so easily sways these people, and yet for some reason they don't think that children can be easily swayed by adults.
Yeah, of course not.
Well, I just lost all respect for this woman. She says she is not a Christian. She does not believe in God. And she says,
I could have told you that.
welcome to Satan o'clock. So
I could have told you that she wasn't a Christian. Just the fact that she's writing this article.
I mean, her bio might as well just say, "Fuck you, Dad."
Yeah, pretty much.
Sorry, I have no respect for you.
Let's see.
Yeah, I couldn't lose my respect for her because I didn't have it to begin with.
No, that's
not,
where I
not
am.
after the first sentence of the article.
Yeah.
They likely just think they have cancer because it's trendy. I mean, all of us have heard of the book A Fault in Our Stars, right? It was so popular that it was made into a movie, and the book was all about kids having cancer. They probably just watched that movie and wanted to fit in and get some attention. You know how kids are. They think things like having cancer is cool, so they pretend to have it to fit in with their peers.
I'm curious, how many people have cured cancer by nature of not wanting it?
But also, I mean, the parent would be right in this situation to say, no, you can't have chemotherapy. If the kid is genuinely not sick and is only pretending to have cancer, then the parent would 100% be in the right to say, no, I'm not giving you chemotherapy. You don't actually have cancer.
Unless you are like 1,000,000% fucking masochistic, nobody should want chemo. Trust me, I know this for a fact.
My child thinks he's Spider-Man. Quickly, throw him off the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like if you know for a fact that the kid does not have cancer and is just pretending, then giving them chemotherapy anyway is disgustingly dangerous. And
that shit can kill a person.
It's
especially
evil.
a kid.
Yes.
If the kid does have cancer and it's one that's contraindicated for chemo versus other treatments, it would be evil to give them chemo.
Yeah,
I think that to discount the possibility that a in quotes transgender child can change their mind is basically saying you should believe literally everything a child says ever.
Mm-hmm.
My second daughter said she was a cat.
Yeah.
Well, wait, so am I. So I guess never mind.
It makes sense.
And yeah, also, it takes a lot less commitment to, go to school wearing girl clothes or something than it does to get chemo.
True.
Like, if they're willing to go through chemo to get a fad, that would be, wow, that's that's commitment.
Yeah.
Well, in fairness, they're willing to chop off their dick to do a fad, so I don't know.
Also true.
Stop letting your cat type.
Well, I think
she had something she wanted to say. Who am I to judge?
Those are
She's
the
not
winning
getting
lottery
chemo.
numbers. You might want to write those down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, yeah, but I think, like, with the prepubescent kids, it's, they just start with the, dress like a girl or a boy or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, the surgery part usually comes after, like, puberty.
And yeah, it's
Well,
also
they usually do the surgery part closer to adulthood, maybe
yeah.
16,
It's a-
17, 18, after they've had them on puberty blockers for a while. And those
That's
things
what I was going to say. Yeah,
like destroy your skeleton, among other things.
yeah. I was going to say the parents will push the puberty blockers on them whether the kid wants it or not.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I have yet to see a single quote unquote trans kid that wasn't being pushed that way by a parent who wanted to be special and wanted their kid to be special.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I've heard if you guys are familiar with Aiden Paladin, she actually has personal experience because she had a very specific disease that was treated with similar drugs that they've been using on children. Incidentally, similar drug that they use for convicts to basically sterilize them. And you're right. It fucks with your skeletal system. It fucks you up in a massive, irreparable way.
Yeah, I've heard of Aiden. I think I've maybe watched 2 of her videos tops in like all the years that
The
I've.
videos are good, but they're too long. They're
I will
like an
agree.
hour and a half.
Yeah, her videos are way too long, but they aren't bad. It's just
No, they're
that
good.
you
They're
have-
good videos. It's just
Yeah.
too long.
You just need a whole lot of time to put aside to watch them.
Well, I usually like long videos because I just put it on and then play video games or something.
Well, yeah.
All right, let's see. You know how kids are. They think things like having cancer is cool, so they pretend to have it to fit in with their peers.
You got to remember, Moon, this is an allegory for the trans thing. So
I know.
she's making fun of the idea that a kid would pretend to have cancer to fit in. She's saying the idea that a kid pretending to be trans just to fit in is equally ridiculous.
She sort of did like a find and replace.
Yeah. She's basically
pretty much.
Yeah.
she's a pose. She's like presenting this to highlight how stupid the quote unquote anti-trans arguments sound to her.
Yeah, she's a dipshit. So there you go.
Yes, she is.
It doesn't matter.
The comparison is stupid, and she's stupid for trying it.
It doesn't matter that doctors have diagnosed them with cancer or that their parents consent to it. The decision to get chemotherapy is irreversible. I mean, chemotherapy is a very serious treatment that can alter your body forever. It can make people unable to have children and change their entire body chemistry.
Wow.
Why don't we just put off them getting such treatments until they're adults and can make better informed decisions? All right.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything.
But get ready, guys. This is where the big twist comes in. Or maybe, just maybe, doing this would hurt children with cancer. Maybe a bunch of them would be traumatized and die if we did this to them. So we should trust medical diagnoses and doctors when it comes to these things. Because to not give them treatment...
Is this person a sophomore in high school? Because they write like one.
I'm
my
14
bid
and...
is 6th grader.
I'm 14 and this is deep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Because to not give them treatment will also affect them forever. And in the same way, gender dysphoria kills children through suicide all the time. Not letting them take puberty blockers will force them to go through a type of puberty that will traumatize them for life.
Frosted, why are you doing this to me?
Because it's funny.
And we should just trust
You truly do hate me, don't you?
One in chat.
This is Frosted. He hates everybody.
Yeah, one in chat. Everyone put one in chat to let Moonshock know.
I'm not going to be arrogant enough to say that, oh my God, this is just around me, but just listen to this stupid fucking woman. I know the whole chemo's an allegory to the whole transgender bullshit, but oh my God, this woman has no idea what in the hell she is talking about.
I'm just confused because usually the last article is designed to more, set off the guest. And this one does seem aimed more at Moon.
Yeah.
Well, he's doing a good job of it.
You're not the guest here. I am.
I had the wheelchair one for you, but this one was this one was worse, so it had to be last.
Oh, thank you.
That's fair.
I feel so entitled now.
I always save the worst for last.
Well, you're doing a good job of it. Thank you. Continue, please.
Let's see. Not letting them take puberty blockers will force them to go through a type of puberty that will traumatize them for life. And we should just trust the doc. And we should
about 95% of the time going through puberty means they grow out of it and grow up normal and have no more than average chance of killing themselves. Whereas if you put them on puberty blockers, you lock them into the highest suicide demographic known to man for life.
Okay.
It's only 41%.
I would like to know two different numbers. Number one,
13 and 50, Jack. 13 and 50.
the number of children who committed suicide as a direct result of gender dysmorphia, provably as a result of gender dysmorphia, and number two, the number of children who changed their mind about their transitions.
Well, it's kind of it's kind of less likely that you'll change your mind if you're on hormones.
True.
The number of those that have changed their mind, if not on puberty blockers, is between 90 and 95% of the total.
But even if,
that have killed themselves is less than 5% of the total.
No, but even if they are on puberty blockers and get the surgery, they'll still change their mind. It'll be after they've made the biggest, most tragic mistake of their lives.
Well,
their number probably won't even be counted.
True.
The difference, Terry, is like 90 to 95% of them grow out of it simply by going through puberty.
No, of course. But I'm saying
of the remainder, the ones that have done the puberty blockers and gone on to surgically alter themselves forever, well, at least 50% of them end up regretting it because 47% or so kill themselves, and an additional X% go for detransitioning.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, even if they are on the puberty blockers, they will still change their mind. It'll just be after they make a tragic mistake.
And
I
we
really
should
don't
just
care about any of this, so I'm just gonna listen and be quiet.
Yeah.
And we should just trust the doctors and science to know how to treat them, because just like with cancer, it can't wait. And unlike chemotherapy, puberty blockers are reversible and not hard on the body.
No, they're not.
No, Christ.
Not at all.
Puberty blockers can't kill you like chemotherapy can.
They kill people every year.
And it actually lets children put off the decision of what gender they'd like to present to the world until they're an adult, instead of forcing them to behave like a cisgender
person. The decision entirely.
Stop telling these fucking kids that they have a choice. Just let them live their lives.
I don't see how
their parents don't want them to.
I mean, just gut check here. Does this really sound like a, hey, guess what? You can play God with a very simple pill right over here? Does that really sound like a viable thing that happened? By the way, no real side effects. It's all reversible. It just puts it off for a little while, and it won't affect you in the long run at all. Does that really sound realistic?
I don't see why putting off puberty till you're 18 would have a bad effect.
Yeah,
there is literally no pill in the history of man that is that good.
Well, yeah, no, every medication has side effects. There's none that don't.
Frankly, the main effect sounds like a side effect.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is the side effects you usually hear about are unexpected bad outcomes. Here, the main effect is the expected bad outcome.
Yeah, it's true.
Wouldn't it be nice if we could put off children having to make big decisions about chemotherapy until they were adults?
That would be really nice because it would mean they didn't have cancer as kids.
Yes, basically.
Why don't we just throw this fucking person into a jail cell with a man who identifies as a woman and see what happens to her?
I want to throw this person in a jail cell with a man who identifies as Bubba.
Yeah.
Well, obviously my point was this stupid motherfucking man that pretends to be a woman obviously is lying because, oh, I don't want to be with those other big tough guys. Put me in with the whammons.
Yeah, it's funny how many male rapists suddenly become transgender when it's time to get sentenced.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, believe all women, Terry.
Oh no, I believe. Put him in with the women.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Well, we can do.
Well, we've got examples from women's prison of what exactly goes wrong there, which includes rape and impregnation.
Funny that putting male rapists in with a bunch of women has that particular outcome.
Well, we can do that with gender transitioning for kids diagnosed with gender dysphoria. So why criticize the medication instead of embracing it? Unless you want to force all trans kids to feel like they have to pretend to be cisgender.
There's
There are
no
no trans kids.
such
Literally zero.
thing. No
No
such
trans
thing. Sorry, Terry.
No, I was saying the same thing as you. There are zero trans children. There's no such thing.
Yeah, that is absolutely fucking wrong. The only reason why these stupid ass kids, oh well, I think I'm trans, is because their schools, their parents, books, all this bullshit is telling them, oh yeah, you are. If you're uncertain or if you have just the slightest twinge of feeling that you might be something else, oh, then you're definitely a trans kid. No, you're not.
Okay,
I just
one of
like
my
the fact that
daughters was a tomboy, definitely not trans.
Terry, continue, please.
The late Mrs. Forge, very much tomboy, definitely not trans.
Yeah, I just like Frosted didn't want to show us the title of the article, and then we all figured it out in like the first sentence.
I was hoping it would take longer, but you know.
This woman has got a lot of fucking balls putting an actual cancer patient in this article. That is so not cool. That is bottom of the barrel. You are a complete bitch.
Also, I think a cancer diagnosis is a little less subjective than a gender dysphoria diagnosis.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny that
it's an insult to every child that has ever had cancer.
Yeah. The kids who get cancer, everybody is devastated and everybody wants them to get treatment. Why? Because cancer kills everybody.
Will, don't say that.
Untreated. Say untreated, cancer kills everybody. And it's bad enough to have cancer killing people our age. It is horrible to think about kids dying from anything, let alone cancer.
All right, so we should
You want it treated.
So we should let kids with cancer get treated, but based on the first article, if they get cured, we should boo them.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Well, yeah, I mean that only makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all I had for tonight, gentlemen. So I'll take a moment to shill my co-hosts and guest. I Like Boobs has Games with Terry on his channel where they play.
Yeah.
No.
Especially
It's
what's
gonna
that
be
one?
whinier. It's gonna be a lot more whiny, Jack.
Yeah.
Well, what's that one title that you love so much?
The Night of the Rabbits?
There you go.
I hear that's a great game.
Yeah.
No.
Makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense on a puzzle basis.
Yeah,
I saw a really good review of that game. No, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I heard a great review of that game.
Yeah, Seamoon, we tortured Jack last week. This was your week.
Oh, thanks. I feel so entitled and special, just because.
Oh, you are special, Mooney. You are.
I know.
That's why you get on the short bus.
Oh, hey.
Hey, is there a pill that makes you less of a bitch?
Not in Michigan, there isn't.
All right. So, Jack has Games with Terry on his channel. You don't seem to have a set schedule at the moment.
I do Sunday nights. I'm trying to aim for 7:00.
All right, so
admittedly, I've been a little lax on it, but I try and aim for 7.
And if Frosted Flakes, then we'll also do a stream.
Frosted Flake. I see what you did there.
And yeah, so Sundays 7 p.m. Eastern on his channel. Where are you still trying to see if he likes coffee, or have you gone to another game?
I don't know. I can't tell with this stupid fucking game.
I think we finally found a leprechaun to take us to his home planet. So
See,
that's where we are.
The funny thing is, before the show, as soon as Jack comes on, I'm making conversation and I'm saying like, yeah, I'm playing Elden Ring and there's this one boss that's like impossible. And he's like, well, doesn't that get boring trying to do that over and over again? Jack, I'm not sure you're one to talk.
I didn't say trying to do that over and over again. I said fighting the same boss for 20 minutes.
Too bad I don't like coffee. Too bad I don't like coffee. Too bad I don't like coffee. I'm just saying. Yeah. All right. Moon has his Twitch channel linked in the description and his GoFundMe, which is also in the description and in the chat, where you can donate to his cancer treatment GoFundMe, because because luckily his parents decided that he should get chemotherapy.
Yeah.
Well, they allowed him to make the decision, and that was the right choice.
Yes, and I ended up being the person that I am today because of chemo when I was a child. Or something. By the way, before we move on, I do have a small announcement that those who will listen to my stream on Wednesday will already know, but my latest scan came back negative for spread to the liver, so I now have only one place of concern, and that's the swollen lymph node, and that will come out next Thursday. And after that, it will most likely be periodic scans to make sure that nothing has come back. So
Sadly, you also
in his
tested,
armpit, and then he's back to normal.
well,
sadly, you also tested negative to super seducer, so I didn't see that stream.
praise you,
But-
Terry. Praise you.
But it's good that it turned out this way. Especially since for a while we were all kind of fearing the worst. But
Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
this won't mean that I am cancer free per se, but it will mean that for the time being, as far as everybody is concerned and knows, it's I don't really know how to describe it.
The scientific term, I believe, would be below detectable limits.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, it could come back at any time, but right
as
now
long
we're
as,
just
like the
happy
AIDS?
that it's being treated.
as long as
I
you're
think the
around for a
scientific term is actually fake and gay.
Yes, there you go.
as long as you're around for a long time to hear more articles like this.
Well,
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah,
and
this is the only place you'll be getting cancer for a while, buddy.
yeah, and unlike Boogie, I can prove that I have had cancer for a very long time and for
You should ask Destiny for that $5,000 he was going to give. Boogie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, if somebody wants to give me $50,000 to prove that I had it, I can give you a whole shitload of proof. So,
It would be a really good grift if you had cancer but made it seem like you were faking for a long time, and people did that kind of I'll give you $5,000 kind of thing, and then you show that you actually do have it.
and
then prove to all of them that you have it. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, hey, there's $500,000 rolling into Mooney right there.
Well, you basically double bluff it so that you get a ton of money because everyone thought you were lying.
Yeah, that's genius.
I'll give you $10,000 right now if you prove you have cancer. Well, here's the proof.
I tell
the
you,
money?
cancer is a gold mine, man. All right,
Yes.
let's see. Terry is on Hammer's Minions Nights. He's on Mr. Adams streams. Mr. Adam doesn't do Minions anymore, right?
Right, it's on his own channel.
Yeah. Six of Sober streams. He's on Johnny Hellcat streams. He's on Games with Terry.
Does Six
Funny.
even do streams anymore?
Who?
I don't know.
Been a little busy writing
They've been
recently.
infrequent because he's been working on his book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So I'm sure he'll pick those back up.
Yeah, I'm reading his first book right now.
That was
So
it.
far, I should be getting it soon.
It's not for me. I bought it. It's not for me, but I still wanted to support the guy. So
I looked at the synopsis on Amazon. It sounds like it's like sci-fi fantasy type thing.
Yeah, he's currently revising the first one to correct grammar, spelling, stuff like that. So
thanks to Mr. Shock.
well,
Right.
yeah, last week when I
I remember.
Yeah, we talked about some of the stuff in his book that needs to be changed.
I got
I'm
a
doing
lot of
all English
problems with you
major on
people.
him.
It was the airing of grievances between Moon and Six.
Let me put it this way: I offered my editing expertise if he ever wanted one.
I'm
Whether
picturing
you wanted it or not.
Yes,
I'm picturing Moon giving Six the Alec Baldwin speech from Glengarry Glen Ross.
and
At
then
least it's
shooting
the Alec Baldwin speech, not the Alec Baldwin gunfire.
Yeah,
yeah,
the book's
and then
not
shooting him and then getting away with it.
the book's not weak. You're weak. All right. Let's see. So, anything you want to show, Will?
Well, tomorrow around 5 p.m. Eastern, I should be continuing on with one of my game streams. Right now, going through the storyline on Grounded with Mooney in the background.
Yep. I'm letting
if
him
he's-
do all the hard stuff now. I'm just
If he's still around for it and hasn't like disowned me or anything like that.
well, since next week is an even day, I don't have to tell you that I won't be able to make it because I'll be recovering from the surgery. So you just have your little painting stream. So there you go. It works out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to double down on that one because
You haven't done it for the last couple of weeks.
Gonna let a little thing like surgery
last
stop
week I
you from
missed because I
streaming?
was helping Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lets little things like surgery get in the way.
Oh yeah. Because it's such a small. Shut up, Terry.
I would say
Moon is almost as selfish as you for being crippled, Will.
Yeah. Well,
I was willing to stream from the hospital, but I didn't have my computer with me. So I mean,
I'm not mad,
Oh.
just disappointed.
Oh, so what you're saying is that you want me to live stream my surgery? Got it.
That'd get a lot of views.
Yeah.
Hardly anybody knows me. You kidding me? Nobody would watch that.
surgery
sure.
stream.
Do a
Mooney,
do a
people watch pimple popping videos. They would go
Yeah,
for
I was
a
gonna
cancer for a tumor removal.
That's,
They
Do-
watch pimple popping videos. They watch callus removal videos. They watch hooves getting trimmed videos.
oh,
They
God,
watch
why?
lawn
Hoof GP,
mowing
it's
videos.
fun
Just
one.
people mowing lawns, Moon.
Oh my
Of
God.
course they would watch a surgery.
No.
Oh,
Let,
of
Pressure
let me
washing
put it-
sidewalks.
let me put it this way: Jack Cochran gets a lot of views on his laundry channel.
That is true.
Now, what you gotta do is stream the surgery, and for every $5 super chat, they administer anesthesia.
There you go.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Yeah, I don't think that they would allow that sort of thing in the operating room, but
That
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
awesome.
Frost,
though.
and for every $10 they shock with electrodes.
Yeah,
You never know till
do
you
the
ask.
monkey nipple twisting. You do the monkey
God.
nipple twisting because you've still got one.
no, hell no, because that's the side with the lump.
No!
No, that is the side
No.
with the lump. So you would actually see them cutting it out or excising it, as well as somebody twisting the nipple at the same time. Yeah,
So-
that's
so-
fuck that.
So if they twisted it, it might actually come off.
Probably. It's like, hey, look, we got another 5. Twist it again.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
know how
Well,
science works.
Happens with beer bottles, right?
Hey, I don't know about you guys, but I plan on being knocked the fuck out when they take this thing out. So I don't give a damn what they
How
do.
are you going to read super chats if you do that, man?
Then I'll hire somebody else to do it. I'll have my phone over to somebody in the operating room. It's like, "Frickin' read any super chat right here.
Moon, during the
Well-
surgery, I'll type in the thing to spawn a bear.
There you go.
Well,
All right.
Mooney, consider that when it comes to the full hip replacement, I'm planning on being knocked out too. I can't say as I blame you there.
Yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna be knocked out, and when I wake up, I will be 1 lump less in my side. So I'm okay with that.
All right. Well, that's I think that's all. So We should be back next week at the normal time, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Unless Frosted Flakes again.
Hey.
I just wanted to say it.
All right.
And
So,
thank you, everybody, for the well wishes. I appreciate that.
I have gone viral with the notion of frosted flaking.
Yes.
all right. So we'll see you guys next week.
Take care,
See you
everybody.
later, guys.
Bye, all.
No!
Stop being so.